AFC matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they got the hookup. This is Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
Now Carson fumbles the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's Haskins to throw. Well, maybe that'll... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run on first down. Bowser will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 39, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Third down. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The tackle made by Benson Mayoa. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Haskins gets this to Reed, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 39, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Geis with a carry on 2nd down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Catch is made. It's Harmon. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? What you D for that, they've got to take care of their own bit.
And all the way DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the... Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He's checking.
On 1st down, Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They run it with Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal. Wilson, the quick slant caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Carson. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll come out in the pistol. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Come on, fellas.
We have hit halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to a position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Yeah, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And quickly they get to the line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start on the ground with Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. Penny, a first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, joint.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd down, Haskins. Completes it to Aguilar. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down. Catch, please, the team. Right there in the middle, 55. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Haskins going to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Haskins to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On first down, Bowser. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Jim it.
36 power.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wilson wants to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. To throw again is Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. That could also result in a melee later, though.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem them.